Alright, L&W high clearance radius rods for the Pro XP. Here they are. Of course I bought them used, although they weren't actually used yet. So this is it. Obviously there's instructions. Some people don't want to read the instructions, so I'll just make a video. There's a couple out there. I don't know if there's any Pro XP ones. There's a couple other guys that did some other videos, but here's your top one. I'm not sure if it's this side or that side, but you get the idea. Straight one's on top, and then this one obviously will go here, which will gain you some, if you can tell, some rock clearance, a couple inches of clearance once this is actually lowered down. All right, so to start off, obviously you got to jack this thing up. I just have one side off so far, so obviously if you can't take the wheel off, you probably shouldn't go any further than this. So the bolt needs to come out, or nut. You can just move this brake line cover thing kind of out of the way, but you can get to this nut right there, hold the bolt on the other side, and then undo the frame one up here, which, yeah, I might as well take this rear cover off, which looks to be the Torx 40 like the rest of them, every other bolt on here. 2, 4, 6 bolts just to unbolt this back exhaust cover, and you'll get to that bolt right there, no problem. And you have, for this model, you have these spacers that are all the same. Misalignment spacers is what they call them, and also some O-rings, I guess, to rebuild it, because these do come apart with the clip. These are all the same size, so it doesn't matter where you put them. There's a couple other models that it matters what size. There's like 3 or 4 different sizes of spacers that have to go in a certain place. These ones are all the same on this one, so it doesn't matter where you put them. All right, let me undo these bolts, undo the rear cover here, and then go from there. All right, this is going to be a 18 nut. You won't be able to really get the boxing. You may, depending on what kind of wrench you got, but the boxing won't go on there all the way. That's a little wedge. So just put the open in, and then just undo the bolt in head with a 18 impact. These are just straight on 18. They're all 18s actually. Just undo all of them. Nothing special. Simple. This one's out. This is not just a bolt, it has a nut. There's a nut back there, so however you can get something to reach back there and just hold that, and it'll come out. So the bolt from factory does have a little bit of some kind of lubricant, grease, something on there, obviously, because it's going to be rubbing. I'm just going to use some waterproof grease that I use for the motorcycles, dirt bikes. Just a little bit, nothing crazy. It's not going to hurt. I mean, if you don't use it, you may get squeaking, which if anybody owns one of these things, you know they squeak anyway. So it's going to squeak regardless somewhere. So.
Slide. I don't think I should have took the freaking brake on the pit, though. Might on the next one. Might make my life a little easier. Give it a little wiggle. Find the spot here. The washer on that side.
I'm not going to tighten anything up all the way until I have all of them on, and then I'll tighten them up. This is the same, nothing different on the bottom. It's got a nut behind here too, so that should be fun, because there's like nowhere to hardly get your hand in there. You could reach it straight to the back to get a wrench in there. It's still not going to be super easy. There's no great access point, but I have some little short wrenches. They have an 18 I can put in there and take that off. We'll see. All right, I'm gonna try to explain how I got this other one out. Easiest way, pull the axle. Gonna take you more time. I don't want to pull the axle. I just don't feel like it. Maybe I'm being lazy. I don't know. But if you have one of these, that is a flex head on each side. This is a Tecton brand. I don't know exactly how long these are, but it's a pretty long one. I took see if I can really get it. I took the 18 side, obviously, stuck it down in there. It's a little difficult, but you can get it, if you got a flex head like this, you can get it on that nut. Even being it might be easier if you got a short one. I don't have any short ones that are 18 like this, but stuck it all the way in there. Got it on the nut, popped it off, good to go. I don't know if somebody was just chilling at the factory when they did the top ones versus the bottom ones. The bottom one actually had grease, or it came out from the boot at some point, but it had grease on it in comparison to the top one. So it goes this way with the smaller part going towards the wheel, probably for clearance reasons. I'm not sure, but they can go either way. It's obviously either side. That would go the right side, but this on the left, you want to put the smaller part of the arm towards the wheel. So let's find a couple alignments, doohickeys. Put those in there. Now, I think they sell to rebuild like parts for this. I think, if I remember. If I can, there's a bolt. What do I do with the other bolt? Oh, there it is. Just gonna put a little extra waterproof grease on the bolt. It's not gonna hurt. Just gonna set this one up in here. Gonna put the bolt through it for now. Leave it like that. You have to put it on the same way. It's not going to be easy to get it in there unless you already have the axle out for whatever reason. I don't feel like taking the axle out. I don't need to. I don't have to undo the bolt, pull the axle, all that crap. Where's the other one?
Right angle here. Tight fit. A couple more here. Maybe tap it inward a little. Knuckle here. This one's gonna be a little more difficult, but I will get it.
Man, doing the top ones, not that bad. The bottom ones, trying to get them right here. It's a tight fit. Of course, it says that in directions, but it is a tight fit. Getting all these is pretty simple. Still got to torque them down, but getting that bottom one on the knuckle or spindle, whatever you want to call it, is it's fun. I use the hammer a little bit, just tapping it, just trying to get it in the right spot, and then finally got it in there, but it's not been that fun. Not a hard job, it's just getting the damn bolt hole lined up. It's tight, but tighten everything down to 80 foot-pounds. I believe it's 80. I'll put it on the screen, I can't remember. 80 foot-pounds, and then set it down. That's it. Good to go. All right, there she is installed. Nothing crazy. I think over time these will wear out, as far as like the internals of these, but I think they're serviceable, obviously, because they have the clips that you can take out and I'm sure rebuild them. But I see people that are theirs were real loose. These are obviously brand new, they're real tight, but if you wanted to, you ride yours a whole lot, you could rebuild it. I don't tell anybody, but I did not torque these down to 80 foot-pounds. I snugged them what I thought was 80 foot-pounds, you know, going off of a couple of Douglas, and it'll be fine. These are actually nylon lock nuts, and I know everybody says, and I somewhat agree, they're supposed to be used once. That's really what they're for. These still have plenty of hold to them. Reuse nylon lock nuts a bunch. It'll wear them out and they won't work like they'll work like a regular nut. That's it. These ones obviously brand new. Took them off once, put them on twice now, I guess technically, and they'll hold fine. They were way tight even before, you know, I even snugged them, obviously. So not super concerned about that, to be honest. You probably should torque them down, because I don't want you blaming me that something happened, but not likely. You snug them, good to go. These are kind of, obviously, like I said before, these ones, to get something behind here kind of sucks, but I showed you the wrench that I used. You can get a regular wrench up on these top ones right here. You can get a regular, the open end wrench on those, no problem. That's it.